and I share some common interests and follow similar subreddits, which only fuels the curiosity. I've been thinking about whether we've ever interacted with each other in a nameless capacity, exchanging kindness or perhaps even disagreeing on certain topics. The truth is, after all these years of marriage, I've found this mystery to be an exciting aspect of our relationship, and I wouldn't want to spoil it by revealing my partner's username. It's possible that the person reading this might even be my husband, and I must admit, the thought sends a shiver down my spine. Edit. We found my husband. He found me with X3 hints and did a great job, huh? For those concerned, no, he does not appear to follow any weird subs nor take offense that I are hate-fondant. AITA for admitting that my parents and niece what are the reason that I left throwaway I, 29 meters. Have a niece, 19F, and as the title says, she and my parents are a massive reason why I moved away. When she was a little kid, she was unbelievably disrespectful and just downright. A family feud that's still burning throwaway as a 29-year-old man. I've been fortunate enough to leave my tumultuous family life behind and start anew. However, a recent family reunion brought back a plethora of unpleasant memories. My niece, who's now 19, had been a handful when she was younger. She would often display unruly behavior, including screaming, yelling, and even cussing, which was usually masked by her innocent facade when her parents or grandmother were around. If I tried to intervene or set boundaries, she'd run to her grandmother and falsely accuse me of being mean, resulting in me getting reprimanded. A few months before my 18th birthday, I expressed my desire to visit New York City, and my parents agreed, planning an extravagant trip for the two of us. However, they changed their minds just 3 days before our scheduled departure, citing a surprise birthday party for my niece as the reason. They had misjudged the costs, which had ballooned to an astonishing $6,000. When I suggested canceling the party instead of forking out the money, my parents became defensive, accusing me of being selfish and entitled. Faced with their unyielding behavior, I decided to okay, so here's where I'm at. I'm absolutely not signing my sister's mortgage, and I'm definitely not pitching in for any down payment. This whole thing was the final push I needed to realize how messed up our family. Setting boundaries and moving on recently, I've come to a realization that's changed everything for me. My sister asked me to co-sign her mortgage and contribute to the down payment without even discussing it with me first. This lack of consideration and respect was the final straw that made me see just how toxic our family dynamic has been for a long time. I've had enough. I've decided to draw a line and prioritize my own well-being. I'm already taking steps to sever any financial ties with my family, closing shared accounts, and securing my personal information. Since I have the flexibility to work remotely, I've decided to relocate out of state, which I had been considering for a while but now feels like the perfect opportunity. I'm also taking measures to protect my credit by freezing it, changing passwords, and monitoring any suspicious activity. I've learned from others' experiences and don't want to become a victim of identity theft. I'm fortunate to have a strong support system in my close friends, who have been incredibly understanding and helpful. They're offering me a place to stay and reminding me that I'm not crazy for wanting to safeguard my future. Their unwavering support means the world to me. In conclusion, I've made the decision to walk AITA for giving my wife my honest opinion. I am 39, has been with my wife, F, 38, since we were in college. My wife lately started a new lifestyle, I guess, that she believes in: no deodorant, no shaving, shower only if gets dirty, no makeup, no wearing nice clothes. Am I the jerk for voicing my genuine thoughts to my wife? My wife, F, 38, and I, M, 39, have been together since college. Recently, she's adopted a new lifestyle, which she describes as all natural. This involves refraining from using deodorant, shaving, and showering only when necessary. She's also given up wearing makeup and dressing up. She claims this change isn't related to any psychological issues. Her decision to try this new lifestyle is reportedly linked to a yoga class she's joined. Since I respect her autonomy, I initially kept quiet about my concerns. However, when she asked me how I felt about her new look, I told her it's her decision and I'm not bothered as long as it makes her happy. Despite this, she pressed me for my genuine feelings. After some hesitation, I shared my thoughts, stating that I miss the woman I fell in love with. She used to take care of her appearance, shower daily, and wear makeup. I made it clear that I'm not a fan of this new, all-natural approach, but it's not my decision to make. My wife responded by crying and calling me an insensitive jerk, and now she's TIFU by enjoying my haircut scalp massage a bit too much. This wasn't just today, this was 10 minutes ago, and I still don't think I'm going to recover. Buckle up, friends, this is going to be a hard story to tell. I get my haircut at Sport Clips every first weekend of TIFU by succumbing to the allure of my haircut scalp massage. This unfortunate event occurred just minutes ago, and I'm still reeling from it. Buckle up, friends, as I recount this awkward story. I've been a loyal customer at Sport Clips, visiting every first weekend of the month without fail. I appreciate their MVP hot towel scalp massage treatment, which always leaves me satisfied. My loyalty, however, may be put to the test after what transpired. Those familiar with Sport Clips will attest to their masculine atmosphere, complete with sports broadcasts on the TV and stylishly dressed stylists. While it's not a deliberate advertisement, I'll admit that their setup often sets the tone for a pleasant experience. After my haircut, I was treated to the triple MVP experience. As the stylist applied the hot towel and began massaging my scalp, I felt my tension melting away. The vibrating chair and soothing sensations only added to the experience. My scalp was tingling, and I was completely at ease. Fellow gentlemen, I'm sure you can relate to that moment when you know what's about to happen and you're powerless to stop it. It's a feeling of impending doom, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who's been there. AITA for reporting my daughter's car missing after her stepbrother took it without permission. I got my daughter, 17, a new car 2 months ago. Her stepbrother, 19, has gone crazy about it ever since and has been attempting to drive it, but my daughter made it clear she doesn't want. Was I in the wrong for reporting my daughter's car stolen after her stepbrother took it without permission? My 17-year-old daughter received a new car 2 months ago, and ever since, her 19-year-old stepbrother has been fixated on it. He kept trying to drive it, but my daughter made it clear she didn't want him to. He'd call it our car, and become irate when my daughter decorated it with personal touches, such as pink accents and her favorite teddy bears. He'd claim she was ruining our car, and embarrassing him in front of his friends, although she never let him inside. I asked my husband to talk to his son, but he suggested my daughter and I back off. Recently, my daughter called me at work, distraught because her stepbrother had taken her car while she was upstairs after demanding the keys and being refused. I tried calling his phone, but he didn't respond. I called my husband, telling him to go retrieve the car or I'd have to call the police. He called his son, then called me back, stating his son was just taking the car to the movies with friends and would return it by 9 p.m. However, you think it's disgusting when I dispose of tampons appropriately